So live bee and comb removal, often known as a cutout, is where you are cutting the honeycomb and the bees out of that void space. So often what's involved with this is working at height equipment, because bees often like to go at height, so like scaffold or cherry pickers. You often need a lot of building equipment because you're taking apart chimneys or walls or roofs. And then you need the tools to actually cut the honeycomb and the bees out of the wall or void space. And you need an artificial hive to actually then hive the bees into. You need frames, elastic bands to hold the wild honeycomb into the frames that sit inside the artificial hive, okay? And then you need the building experience to actually put that building back together again. And remember, whilst there's bees flying around, because there will still be a residue of bees in that area where the bees are being removed from. So that needs to be put back together again, normally fairly quickly, because you've got things like rain, you've opened up a wall or a void space in the building. You don't really want to leave that open, because you're also leaving it open to other bees that might be looking for a new home. And remember, you've just cut that honeycomb out of the void space, so it's going to be really attractive for other bees to recolonize that area. So on one job, we removed up to around 300 kilograms of honey from a soffit board. We cut away the soffit board, which was wooden, and we took that honeycomb and brood comb out and put it into an artificial hive. But the honey and brood comb in total weighed around 300 kilograms. So what can seem like a small problem with bees flying in and out of an entry point, maybe a couple hundred bees, can actually be a hell of a lot more. In a hive, you can have anywhere from sort of like 5,000 bees to 100,000 bees. So they make between 25 to 50 kilograms of honey in a year. So if you've had the problem for 10 years, there could be a significant issue within a building. And remember that if you've just bought a building or moved into a building, you don't actually know the history of that void space. What might have become a problem that's just started may have been there for a long period of time. And if you moved in the winter, they're not active in the winter. They're alive in the winter, but they only become visible in the spring and summer. So it'll be almost like there's no problem, and then it gets very, very busy and you think, oh my goodness, we've got this issue. The issue may have been there for 10 years or longer. It's just you haven't noticed it in that location.